Hey YouTube, Sandy Frank here. This week's episode of Hobby Talk, I wanted to talk about this CT scanning situation that has come up and has been a huge topic. Everywhere you look, people are talking about the CT scanning. I wouldn't call it a scandal. I would just call it a technology that people have developed that is just coming to light, that this technology is developed where they can take a CT scanner, like have the settings all at a certain setting, and be able to see inside of your pack of unopened cards. They showed this with a Pokemon pack, a vintage Pokemon pack, and they were able to tell which holo was inside that sealed pack of Pokemon. And they also claim to have the ability to look into a box. They said it's harder, but they can look into a sealed box and see like what hits you have. And there's that company up and running where you can send your stuff into them. It's pretty pricey, like $70 a pack. But you can send your stuff in there, get it scanned, and find out what your holos are in your vintage Pokemon packs or whatever kind of pack you send. You can see what, if you do, what hit you have inside that pack. And there's a lot of people that are panicking about this and proclaiming that this is going to be the end of sealed box. It'll destroy the value of sealed products. Now, I don't think it's going to be that bad. I think it is a really bad deal for people just selling loose vintage Pokemon packs, because it kind of makes sense for like a person that has them, that's wanting to sell them to. I mean, you're talking. There's some packs that are worth $1,000, sealed packs. So $70 to see what holo you have in the pack is not a crazy investment into that. So I think this just goes to show further that you should never buy loose packs, and you should never buy loose boxes of stuff off of eBay, especially from untrusted sellers. Now, I personally don't think it's going to be that big a deal. I think the people that are really panicking are the ones that are pack weighers already, that there's people. This is, maybe I should go and talk about pack weighing. For many years, people have been weighing Pokemon packs to figure out which packs have the like a holographic card inside. Now, I never do this because when I have sold stuff, I want my customers to be happy. And if you're selling them a bunch of packs that don't have any good hits in them, they're going to be unhappy and go buy from somewhere else. Where my customers always, got the right ratio of hits and got the good hits that they wanted, and they always came back, and I was able to sell stuff that way. I never did pack weighing. So if you have a good reputation as a seller and a good customer base, you're not going to this technology is not going to affect you as much. I think there's some people that are going to just assume everybody is doing this and every box is now tainted, whatever. But I don't believe that. Just like people knew about pack weighing for many years and people were still selling loose packs. And, the market price might have to adjust a little bit for sealed stuff. But if you're good to your customers and have a good reputation with your customers and aren't doing stuff like this to screw people out of money, then you should be fine. And I will say, I probably won't buy like an old sealed expensive box of anything on eBay. I don't do that anyway, but definitely probably wouldn't now, especially from sellers I don't know. Also, I'm not a big fan of buying loose boxes. I've shown you that on the channel with some of my purchases that's risky on eBay. I don't even like doing it in a hobby shop because of the fact that someone could have hit the case hit from a box and from a case, and they're just selling the rest of the boxes from that case, and you might not even have a chance at getting the case hit. That's why whenever I buy my hobby boxes, I always want them from unsearched cases or sealed cases and stuff like that. And it's not too much to ask, if someone refuses to sell from a sealed case, then there's probably a reason why they're refusing that, because they may be searched cases. But you can, or like, I always appreciated Cards Infinity because they would, he would open the case live on camera and would roll the dice on which box you got, stuff like that. I didn't like it when people actually picked their own box, because sometimes these idiot companies like Topps will put the big case hit box in the same spot in a case, or like Upper Deck is notorious about that too. Like, ooh, the fourth box down has the good hit. So I would never buy boxes from a case that someone like said, I want this particular box. I would be okay if someone was just randomly rolling the dice and getting, because that way everybody has the equal chance at the big hit. So I only buy from like very trusted sellers that I trust, that don't search cases or buy from a sealed case, something like that. So this is not going to affect me as a buyer, but it could affect me as a seller, as far as customers that don't know that I am selling good, legit stuff that I would never search, and I don't search cases for case hits. People, when you sell stuff on eBay, like a one box out of a case, they're going to, I think the natural inclination is that they assume that the case hit is gone and price that already into their prices, or the offers that they make. And I don't think it's going to be super cost effective unless you're talking really expensive boxes, to CT scan a box, sealed box of something. I'm sure people are trying to do it though. They're always trying to get an edge. So I think if you are doing that and selling, it's a bad idea, especially if you want a sustained business model, because if people aren't getting good cards from their boxes that they're buying from you, or your packs, they're going to go somewhere else. They're quickly going to decide this guy doesn't have any good hits in his boxes. And whether you search them or not, if people aren't getting good cards, they're not going to buy from you. So I think it's kind of a overblown issue, but I also think that this has probably been going on for many years. Someone has been out there doing this, and it's just now coming to light, and this company has figured out either was taught by someone how to do this. So I think CT scanning has been used for this for a long time, and now it's just coming to light. So what are your thoughts, guys? Is this an overblown issue? Is this turning you off from buying any type of sealed stuff? It definitely, I think, is going to hurt eBay, like an eBay type business that sells loose packs or loose boxes, because you have to assume now in your prices that, unless you know the seller, that might have been searched, and there might not be a Charizard in your sealed heavy pack or whatever. And I've always avoided people that weigh packs, because people that weigh packs, they're doing that because they know that 1 out of 3 packs of those old Pokemon packs has a holo, and if they've been doing that for a long time, then they're trying to beat the system. So I avoid loose packs like that, especially from sellers that weigh packs. Anyway, what are your thoughts, guys? That's what I want to hear. And thank you for watching. Stay tuned for more videos later.
Blackbird singing in the dead of night.